Statesville's very own Dani Kerr caught a lot of positive national attention in June when she appeared on NBC's popular TV show America's Got Talent. Well, she's already back out in California preparing for her next stint on stage, and she just posted this video for her fans on social media.
Hello Statesville, it's Dani Kerr, and I'm backstage at America's Got Talent getting ready for the upcoming live rounds, which will be on Tuesday, August 29th. Thank y'all so much for the love and support so far. I could not have made it here without you guys, and if you want to see this thing keep rolling, feel free to tune in and vote, and I love you all so much.
We had occasion to talk to Dani recently when she gave a concert for her hometown fans in downtown Statesville. And here's what she had to say about her love of music and her amazing career so far.
Whoa, do you even know what you're running from or where you're gonna go? You can run as fast as you want, but you're gonna run out of road.
Dani Kerr's affinity for music years ago started right at home.
So my love of music comes from my parents. They didn't play music, but they were big avid music listeners. You know, back in the early 2000s, my mom had the big stereo system that everybody had, and they just had a love for like 70s and 80s music. And I didn't take to the 80s as much, but I remember the start of my love of music being in my dad's fishing truck and on the way to go fishing, listening to Allman Brothers and Leonard Skinner, and that was definitely the foundation. My earliest influences of artists that I just really was drawn to and songs that I remembered were definitely Leonard Skinner and the Allman Brothers and Marshall Tucker Band right off the bat. Then I found a band of my own that was way newer than that called My Chemical Romance, and I just obsessed over their love for art and the performance sake, and I looked at their videos and I was like, that's what I want to do. So that was the moment. It's probably about 6 at that point.
She sang in public for the first time during a karaoke event, and things caught fire from there.
So the first time that I ever performed live, it was at this restaurant in Catawba that was actually my aunt's at the time, called Sasha's on the Lake. And I was probably just freshly 17. I was a little server out there on the deck every Friday, and they had karaoke. And at that point I had never sang in front of anybody and kind of swore it off. But one night I just got the motivation, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it one time. If I hate it, I'll never do it again. And so I got up there and I was shaking all the way through Hotel California, and I was addicted, and now we're here. I immediately went from karaoke, learned the guitar shortly after, finally, and then after that I started showing up at local open mics. There were so many around Statesville here in town, and Tanya Wood's open mic was the first one that I ever went to, and she was so encouraging. So was everybody else at these open mics. Risto's here in downtown Statesville was also a big one. And from there I got gigs. I got my first gigs from performing open mics and you know, different events around town for free. And from there it just kind of snowballed and really quickly became my full-time, my whole life.
Starts bumping, bass starts thumping, drums start beating, tunes are humming, so you know.
After America's Got Talent producers read about her and invited her onto the show, Kerr said it was the start of a truly memorable experience.
We found out in March that we were going to do it and flew out the first week of April, I believe. We did the audition process. It was wonderful. Everybody there was so nice and supportive, and even in this intermediate time that we've had away from AGT, the producers have been so cool to work with. They've stayed up to date. They really want you to do well, which makes a really good experience, I think, for everybody. So now we're planning for the live rounds.
Kerr said she's enthusiastic about what the future holds for her and her career in music.
When I think of what I would want with music and what I do want, and my biggest dream that I can imagine, it's to just be able to travel around and connect with people all over and share a smile and share a good experience and share emotion and share life and living with people all across the globe. And you know, we're just going to keep working until we get there.
For Neighborhood TV, I'm Michael Barrett.